18 was the magic number for Syracuse men's basketball on Tuesday night. That was because Joe Girard and Jesse Edwards scored that many points in a 95-66 win over Oakland. Judah can hit the mid-range, he can hit the long threes, and he's also one of the fastest players on the court. It's time for our top performer of the semester, and it belongs to this guy that's been making saves all year. Roses are red, violets are blue. Syracuse defeating a ranked opponent? That's new. Jacob, you and I know this pretty clearly. I mean, the number one rule to dissect a 2-3 zone is to get this basketball and put it right through the hoop. And that's exactly what Clemson did right from the opening tip. Boeheim recruited legends in the likes of Derek Coleman, Pearl Washington, his first recruit in Louis Orr, along with Carmelo Anthony, Jerry McNamara, and even Dion Waiters. Aisha, a couple of three-pointers as well. What were you feeling from beyond the arc that made you realize, hey, I'm going to crank one tonight and get my first three-point field goal on the year? Cuse takes on an FCS opponent in Wagner in less than 24 hours. Some would call this an easy win, but head coach Dino Babers details why Orange fans should fear the FCS. All right, we begin with the end for Syracuse football. 6-0 to start off the year, but 1-6 the rest of the way. That included a 28-20 loss to Minnesota in the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. Now, let's keep it simple here. You don't win your face-offs, you don't win games. And that is case in point. Johnny Rachusa got worked at the X on Saturday, going 7 of 31.
Sled hockey, a sport that involves a pair of sticks and a whole lot of teamwork. It's much more fun when you play with your dad, and that's the case for Miles Pavana, a left winger on the CNY Flyers sled hockey team from Skinny Atlas.
I mean, I knew I was going to play, but I knew he wanted to play, so I would like to see that he's living out his dream as well.
I was watching playoff hockey very randomly, and he just was glued. He would just stared at it like one of the big eyes, loved everything about the game of hockey.
Every Sunday from 5 to 6, Miles and his father Jamie, natives of Liverpool, make the 30-minute trip southwest to train at the Skinny Atlas YMCA.
In an effort to strike gold here at the Tupper Lake Civic Center for the Empire State Winter Games in the Adirondacks.
We won 1-0 in the championship game last year. We won the gold, so we're here to defend that title.
Sled hockey is an adaptive sport played by athletes with disabilities. Miles has had one since birth.
Miles was born with what's known as spina bifida. It impacts about 1 in 1,000 children.
It's a birth defect that will keep Miles in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. But if you ask him about it, he would tell you he has made the most of it.
Oh, no.
You've taken advantage of
I've taken advantage of every opportunity I have.
But it has led him to do what he loves. Grab some sticks, and most importantly, play some puck.
I mean, I'm living out my childhood dream. I wanted to play hockey since I was a kid, although I am playing a little bit of a different version of it. So, yeah, I think it's really cool.
Does it matter if it's a different version, you think?
Oh, heck no. It's still tough.
Miles has been playing on the ice for 5 years and has been watching the NHL and sled hockey for even longer. When he told his dad, Jamie, that he wanted to start playing, it was something that Jamie could simply not pass up on.
And sharing in the experience is incredible. The conversations you have, especially about something you never even heard of until you find out your child has that diagnosis, the thoughts that go through your head, you just want the best for your children.
Get motivating me to work out and stuff, and because he knows how much I want to be on the Team USA, representing my country, the Paralympics.
The dynamic duo of Jamie and Miles Pavana is one that carries both on and off the ice. But on it, it makes their team even stronger. From Tupper Lake, New York, I'm Trey Redfield, Newhouse Sports Media Center.
Medina jumping around after the Mustangs got into the end zone thanks to Caden Littleby. Medina up 18-7 with less than 9 minutes to go in this third quarter. Let's take a peek at the Kubota drive summary. 50 years in the making, Kubota, together we do more. Akron had itself a quick score, but Medina said, whatever you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, 5-play drive. Well, they'll go 3 plays, 1 minute and 51. Well, they'll go a minute flat. So Medina answers a big touchdown from Akron to start the second half with a touchdown of their own. They're now up 18-7 with 8:55 left in this game.
Aiden Pitts, who just barked out all the orders on that score, is now ready to boot it away for the Mustangs. Chris Bergman, the captain, the quarterback, and the linebacker back to return the M&T Bank kickoff, but catching the line drive is Lucas Vandenbosch. Another return for him as one of the upbacks. He's tackled at the 40-yard line, and that's where Akron will set up shop for its second straight offensive possession.
If you're Akron, you can't blink. I know you just gave up a quick touchdown in response to your first touchdown of the game. It's time to answer back. Get yourself back on the board and make this, once again, a one-score football game. And you do that by just being who you are offensively. Keep the ball in the air. Keep the ball in the hands of number 4, your senior quarterback, 5'11", 170 pounds. That's Chris Bergman. And again, coming into this game, 8 touchdowns through the air, 3 touchdowns on the ground. He added 1 of each.
Bergman going back to Swift over the middle. He makes the grab, a catch of 5 yards. And just like how it was on the last drive, this drive starts with a catch from Swift over the middle for 5 yards.
And I like that play. It's a good first down play. Get yourself 5 yards. Get yourself moving on the offensive side of the ball. A nice little option route for his receiver in the middle. A little route inside on the hash. Turns around, makes himself available for the quarterback. And right now, you're seeing the 2-high shell, which is a little bit of a different defense than we've seen from this Medina offense and how they were attacking Akron in the first half.
Bergman looking to throw again. He's brought down in the backfield. A sack by Chris Johnson. His first on the year. The senior brought the force on that one.
Yeah, he won his one-on-one battle in the center of the field, gets upfield and made things difficult for Bergman, who now puts Akron in a 3rd and 13 situation. See here on the replay, just a nice rip and swipe and a nice aggressive move. I mean, that is as good of a one-on-one battle win as you're going to get on the defensive line. And once again, we're seeing a shift in Medina's defense going back to the 1-high safety look. Aiden Pitts to the bottom of your screen. He's standing over Kyle Swift, looks like bracketing that trips to your bottom of your screen. So we'll see. And it looks like going to be a timeout on the play. It's going to be for Medina.
So Medina uses its first timeout in this second half. You just saw Johnson on your screen. That's a big dude. A senior sitting at 6'1" and 280 pounds. At the end of tonight's game, we will be highlighting the Niagara University play of the game. Experience the power of Niagara. If you had to make a prediction right now, who is your Niagara University play of the game?
Well,
what is, excuse me.
Lots of
nominees.
Game.
What do you think?
Geez.
I think that Lillaby rush.
I would agree. The jet sweep touchdown we just saw, especially because of the moment, it was a big response by this Medina offense answering the first Akron points of the day. They get it to the outside. Not as much Noah Skinner as I thought we'd see coming into this game.
Do you think that's because of the ankle injury that he had at the start of this game? Why we're not seeing him that much? Letting everyone else get involved to see what other options Medina has offensively?
I just think Medina's smart. They want to try to trump some of their tendencies. Another deep ball, another interception. Who else but Amari Sewell once again?
Well, here's Michael Leo driving in and having an opening on the wing. Back to Simmons, a hat trick against St. Bonaventure. Thompson shooting and misses wide to the right. Colkhurst there, though, at X to keep possession for the Orange. Shot clock doesn't reset, though, because it did not hit the pipe or Wilson, the goalie. Hurst going in. His shot misses wide to the right as well. Syracuse can reset again, this time with Leo, the freshman.
Syracuse is getting good looks. Take your time. The shots will come.
Leo at the wing. Move again. Fires and scores! Wow! Top shelf for the freshman.
I said figure out the shooting, but I think he's got it down. Michael Leo has 2 goals already. He's a very difficult cover. He's got great speed, goes hard to this left hand, and then he's right in the middle of the field. It's a tough save for a goalie because he has the whole entire net. He lets that rip high and buries it.
Leo and company fired up after that one as Syracuse extends its lead. Leo now up to 11 goals this season. Class A New York Star Player of the Year, playing alongside Joey Spallina in high school. Just a couple of kids making the move from Long Island up to the Cuse, just like what you did, partner.
Yeah, Long Island and Syracuse, there was a little stall there in getting the big recruits, but now they're back in the dome. And getting Leo going, especially from a shooting perspective, that can change this entire offense for the back half of the year. They've lost a lot of close games against good teams. If he can beat a short stick matchup and can a couple goals, that changes this entire offense. So if he can continue that, sky's the limit for the O.
It's given Syracuse a 4-2 lead, less than 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here's Burt Whistle. He scored once, doesn't get a second here though. Wilson with the save. Made his first start last week against Providence. Got 12 saves, allowed 11 goals, and was already the Atlantic 10 Rookie of the Week. Hobart going the other way with some physicality. Shot put on, but Mark makes the save.
Huge save by Mark. He's so good at playing the angles, and he's just so athletic, swallows that up.
Syracuse quickly gets it out to the other half. With Curse, the Lehigh transfer, and a captain for the Syracuse squad. Over to Simmons. It's on the 2022 Twarton watch list, coming over from Denver. Back to Simmons, has the opening, spins left, now back to his right. Great defense put on by Mark Sinat, the A-10 Defensive Player of the Week. Leo off the screen. Back to Thompson, here's Hills, rips it, sticks it! You knew it was coming!
Syracuse is on fire. We got Owen Hiltz, the big shooter, canning this off, but we've talked about it already a bunch of times. They're moving the ball so well. They're making plays on offense. Everybody's getting touches. We have the save from Mark in transition, and this really could have changed the game here. If Hobart scores here, it's a completely different view. Syracuse is applying pressure on offense, but Mark makes a save, gets it down to his guys. And then, as I said, Syracuse is spinning this ball around. You got Finn Thompson throwing a dime down to Owen Hiltz. He doesn't need any time. He can can that upstairs whenever.
That's just his shot. If he's in that spot, near goal line extended out on the wing, you just know he's going to score.
He's got a few shots, but yes, he's particularly very good at the low to high from that angle.
Would you say that's the shot?
I'd say that's his shot.
His shot. There we go. There we go. Katie, Jesse Edwards was sound on Saturday in Syracuse's 80-63 win over Georgia Tech, scoring 14 points and snagging 7 rebounds. But now it's time for the center to turn the page to North Carolina, a team that not only beat the Orange last year, but also is the defending national runner-up. The Tar Heels have a center named Armando Bacot, the ACC preseason player of the year, and is right now averaging a double-double. Edwards says tomorrow night is certainly going to be a battle.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that for sure with the full dome. And then the matchup, Bacot's going to be a tough one. I know he's a great rebounder, he's a good scorer, pretty good all-around guy. So, yeah, I can't wait. Like, these are the matchups you play for, so.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Jesse, especially when Armando is third in the ACC in scoring with about 18 points per game. Plus, Bacot leads the conference with about 11.5 boards per contest, but who's behind him in that stat? Edwards is, averaging a little under 11. Find out who wins this battle down low in the Dome tomorrow night at 9. McClurg Team Countdown to tip-off begins WAER's coverage at 8:30. Another new assistant coach for Syracuse football. According to College Football Insider Pete Thamel, Nunzio Campanelli is the new tight ends coach at SU, coming over from the same position at Rutgers. Campanelli also served time with the Scarlet Knights as their interim head coach. After a road loss to 13th-ranked Duke yesterday, Syracuse women's hoops looks to snap a 3-game skid on Thursday against Virginia. Tip-off is set for 7. And in the NHL tonight, the Rangers host the Panthers at 7, and the Sabres face the Stars on the road at 8:30. I'm Trey Redfield, WAER Sports.